Hi guys, welcome back to the Lamp Boy channel. I had a question the other day of how do you change a wick on a Koehler 209 lamp. I'll just run through that now, how you do that. Excuse me. The Koehlers from America, the Wolf, American Wolves, they're all related to the European style Wolf lamps, so changing the wick on these lamps is very similar. So I just thought I'd run through how to do the Koehler wick, and then this is an electro metal from Poland. It's the same way really, so we'll run through that now. So first of all, it's a round wick. I think it's a 6mm wick, cotton wick. You can buy cotton wicks on eBay and many other places. So I'll just show you how to get into the lamp. So I'll just unlock this now because it's got a magnetic lock. So I've got my magnet on. You click then. Let's just unscrew the bottom. I'll just put that there. I'll take the magnet off. Put that magnet safe. Right. So just take out the under air feed here. On the Koehler lamps, you can take out the striker, so you just unscrew the striker mechanism here. So that unscrews there. There's a spring comes out. We'll just put that safe in there so we don't lose it. This the striker, it just twists around and then you twist it again and it comes out nice and steady. So what have you got here? So you've got the outer wick tube, and in that side tube there is the wick adjusting mechanism that screws a wick up and down. So first of all, you need to take that cap off there, and I'll do that with a pair of pliers. It comes off really easy, just be gentle with it. So just wiggle that and it should come off. It just slides off with a little bit of a wiggle. Just be patient with it. And it's coming off now. There, so that's off. So that's the little brass cap that covers the wick adjusting mechanism. So you can just see in there, there's a wick tube, so you just wind that, you just basically winding the wick up. So it's coming up there, and that wick tube will come out. So it'll be stuck in the cotton wool inside the cell, but that'll just basically pull out. So we'll just try and pull that out now. This has probably never been pulled out before, but there we are. Oh, so that's come off there. Let's pull that wick out. Not knock over the lamp there. So that's basically how you take the wick out. So you've got the wick there and the wick tube. Right, so you get your 6mm wick, and when you're replacing it, you just feed it in there. It's really difficult to do, but you can do it. So let's just put this. So we'll say that's the new wick on the tube. Sorry, the new wick for the lamp, and we're going to put it in this wick tube here. So that should just slide back in there. I'll just chop the end off there so it's nice and neat. This will take some time because they're really awkward, but twist it in there. So just twist it in, and it should just hopefully just keep winding in there. Yeah, it's nearly through now. So it's just poking out the end there. Just be patient with this, guys, because it takes a bit of time to do it. There. So it's through now. Just leave a good amount showing. Right, so that's the easy bit there. So that's that new wick in place. Now, how do we get the wick back in there? Well, how I do it is I take the fuel cell, I don't know what you call these, they've got a fancy name to them, but the stopper that basically you take off to fill the lamp with fuel. Take that off. Inside you've got an O-ring. It's really hard to see on this video, but there's an O-ring there. We'll just take that out there. So that's out. Then inside of here you've got a, I don't know if you can just see it, there's a metal ring in there. It's like a cage. We'll just try and take that out now. There, that's come out. So that's, I don't know if that's like a filter or whatever, but it you put the fuel in there, and it basically goes through there and spreads out through these holes into the cotton wool wadding. Right. So sometimes you need, I poke some wire in that hole when I'm feeding the wick in to catch the wick and pull it through. So we'll just see how it goes on now. But you're basically putting the wick back in there, and it's going into the cell with a wadding of cotton wool in. One thing to bear in mind as well when you're doing this, and I'm not trying to teach you how to suck eggs or whatever, but that little sticky out bit on the inner wick tube, that is threaded and it goes onto the wick adjuster, so that when you're screwing the adjuster from underneath, it moves the wick up and down. So when you put the wick in, just make sure that outer bit there, the threaded bit, is at the top of the tube and not at the bottom. But that's just, anyway, that's just a pointer. So the wick goes back in there, and you just feed it in, and it might be that you'll be able to see the wick under there. And I use some wire or this probe that I've got, just see if you can grab hold of the wick and just feed it in. So I can see the wick in there. I've got hold of the wick with a probe and just keep feeding that in there. It's not difficult, it's just awkward at times to do this. But once the that's in now, so just press that threaded part there, just press it onto the wick adjuster and it'll just screw in, and that's it now. So that's basically re-wicked. So we've got to put that bit back in, so let me just make sure there's room in here to do that. So that should just slide in there. Sometimes a wick gets in the way, but just make sure it's pressed in there. Oh, I think the wick is in the way of that, so I'll just take that out again. And again, it's awkward with your fingers, but I'll just move up. There's just a load of wadding in the way there, and the wick's obviously there and whatnot, but I'll just move that. Just make sure there's room for the that little cage thing to go in. Put my finger in there, make sure it's, yeah. Have another go at putting that in. And then put the O-ring in. And then put this stopper back on there. Let's just see if that'll screw in now. That cage, hopefully it'll push that little cage in further. Oh yeah, that's gone in alright, yep. Then need to put that little cap back on there. And just again, be gentle with that, but you should just squeeze on with these pliers. There, that's it, pushed on now. And that is basically how you change the wick on a Koehler, on these European Wolves. So that strike has just gone back in there now. Put that spring in there. And that screws back on there. Now, this has got a bit of fuel in it, so it might light, but yeah, that's lit there. So that is basically how you change the wick, and just make sure that's working right. There might be too much wick showing there, but I can always trim that. So yeah, that is how you do the wick change on a Koehler lamp and the European Wolves. So I hope you found that interesting. Any questions, ask away. I'll try and answer whenever I can. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye for now.